Hello there. In this clip we're going to look at fitting the slats to the top of our upcycled box. In previous parts we've made the sides, fixed the joints and we've sanded the box smooth. We've also made sure that the top is level and square and there's a nice smooth edge all the way around for us to fix to. I've then used a pencil and a ruler and I've made a mark. So I've measured this and it's approximately 110 millimeters, so I've made a mark just at 55, and what I'm going to do as well is just move that mark round. So I've marked the center, a center line here, and we could just mark that with a CL that says we've got a center line. So we've got a center line through there down the center of the box. We have these pre-cut slats which are about 6 millimeter thick. They're made of reclaimed softwood like the rest of the box, and we also have some PVA glue. With the PVA glue now, I'm going to put a bead of PVA glue all the way around the top of the box here, and you want to be quite generous because we can take it off afterwards. And then when we take a look at the slats, if we look at the slats, if there's any that are marked, what we want to do is pick the best face, because it's going to be the top of our box, so we want the best face upwards. So if we just look at the slats, generally, especially reclaimed wood, if there's any marks and things, put those face down. Now we're going to line this up, and we're going to have a centre slat with the centre of the slat lining up with the marks that we've put each end. If we can keep that square and just push it down, then importantly, and I'm going to use some glue and a brush here, we need to put plenty of glue on the sides of each slat so that when they join together, and we can do that. So I'm going to use the brush here. I'm just picking the best face, making sure we've got a generous amount of glue on each side of the slat, because these slats need to join together to become a structural part of the lid. And we're going to just fit that onto there. All the time. Now when we get to the edge here, what we've got is a situation where we've got our slats fitted, but we don't have the full thickness of a slat. That's no problem, but we do need to make sure we've got plenty of PVA, because we can trim these off afterwards. And I'm even making sure that there is some PVA in these gaps. And then we're pushing them up, careful that these don't move about. You can always put the centre one on and just let it dry a bit. And then I've got my last slat here, plenty of PVA up here, and that's it. And you can see that PVA coming out. We can always use a damp cloth to take off any excess, but we want to make sure that there's plenty there. And then last of all, you can see that moving about. It's a little bit thin, this glue. Just check again that your centre, if they are moving about, that your centre slat is centralised each end. There we go. You could put a weight on the top of this. I'm just going to hold it down with some tape. Once you've got it in the correct place, we can pull that down. Make sure these are clamped together. The better they fit together, the better the top will look. We could use something like a clamp, but I'm just doing it with some tape, and I'm just making sure it's in position there. And there we've got it. So I've glued these slats on. I'm checking that they're square. We've got a bit of overlap which we'll trim off later, and that's the slats and the top for our reclaimed upcycled timber box. Thanks for watching.